Distributive property. Here we have 4 being multiplied by whatever is happening inside of these parentheses. Because when you have a number right next to parentheses, that is multiplication. That is a multiplication question. So here you have 4, and it needs to be multiplied by x, and then 4 also needs to be multiplied by 3. You're evenly distributing that 4 to everything inside of the parentheses that it's next to. So the first part is to say 4 times x. So if I have 4 groups of x, that means that I have 4x. Now I'm going to bring down my plus sign. And then the second portion says to say 4 times 3. And 4 times 3 is 12. And then I can bring down my equals, 20. So now we have 4x plus 12 equals 20. This is just a 2-step equation now, and we're solving for x. You know what I'm going to do. The first thing I do is I draw a line down my equal sign. And that just reminds me that whatever I do on this side, I have to do on this side because they need to stay equal to each other. They need to stay balanced. I have 4x plus 12. X is being multiplied by 4. But before I can concern myself with this portion of the equation, I need to look at the fact that 12 is being added to it. We need to undo 12. We need to get rid of it. So the opposite of adding 12 would be to minus 12. So I'm going to minus 12 from both sides. So if I had plus 12, minus 12, that's going to cancel out here. 20 minus 12 equals 8. And then I can bring my 4x down right here. 4x equals 8. So now we can get that x alone. What is being done to x? X is being multiplied by 4 because, as we've mentioned before, when we see a letter and a number right next to each other, that is a multiplication question. So x is being multiplied by 4. The opposite of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4. And if I divide this side by 4, I'm going to divide this side by 4. And the multiplying by 4 and the dividing by 4 cancel out the 4's and leaves me alone with x. Bring down my equal sign. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So here we have x equals 2. We are going to check our work and confirm that this is true. And the way we do that is that we take our x equals 2. We take that number 2, and wherever there was an x in the original equation, we are going to replace with the number 2. So let's do that right here. So I have 4 parentheses. And again, instead of x, we're going to write the number 2 plus 3 equals 20. So we're going to solve this equation. And if 20 equals 20, then that will make x correct. So PEMDAS says that we do whatever is inside of the parentheses first. So here we can say 2 plus 3. We couldn't do that up here because we had x. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't. We didn't know the value of x, and that's why we had to do distributive property. But since we do now know that it's 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. And 5 is being multiplied by 4 because when that number is next to the parentheses, that's a multiplication question. So 4 times 5 equals 20. Is 4 times 5 20? Yes, it is. So 20 equals 20. And that means that x is in fact 2. Well done. Good job, us.